What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 475 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 5 of NGW, the place that shapes CMV's future stars, and an absolutely huge card with 2 championship matches, as tonight we finally crown our next NGW champion. The finals are here. Gary Reed takes on Jay Money, but kicking things off, it is a grudge match. Things getting very personal between this man, Joey Diaz, and his opponent, Dylan Vincent, over these past couple of weeks, and now they will settle it one-on-one. Tonight, of course, we also have the Rising Star Championship defended. Mr. Extreme, so far unbeaten, and NGW has earned himself a crack at Nicholas Hemmerling and the gold. Hemmerling's first defense since winning the championship 2 weeks ago, defeating Zach Smith, guys. But perhaps what everybody is most looking forward to tonight is the main event. Finally, we are going to get Hunter Blackburn and Anthony Hunt one-on-one. What up, everybody? What up, Gumbel, Topher, Crazy dropping in. What up, Extreme, Maury, Soul, Little Cop Boy. And here comes the man that calls himself Razor Blade, Dylan Vincent. Both of these men I could easily see being big stars on CMV's main roster on either Fusion or Genesis. Joey Diaz definitely showed a lot of promise in the second episode of the Reborn NGW in a Fatal 4-Way elimination match where he eliminated Stevie Wizard, Jaden Shadow, and then Dylan Vincent last. And it was on Twitter afterwards that Dylan Vincent actually showed respect towards Diaz, but the next week, Vincent would call Diaz out to the ring for a face-to-face, and Joey Diaz, apparently not much of a talker, would end up low-blowing Vincent and then beating the hell out of him until finally security would break the two up. Last week, Vincent did get a little bit of revenge with that tag team when he and Mr. Extreme defeating Diaz and Jaden Shadow, but now this is what he's really been looking forward to, one-on-one straight shot at his revenge as we kick off the show. There we go, Perry White ringing the bell. Collar and elbow tie-up, switched around to a waist lock, and up next here on NGW number 5, guys, we were supposed to finally see the in-ring debut of the list-bearing larcenist, Eddie Larson, but I've been told that Eddie Larson did not show up to the arena today and apparently sent a message to General Manager Ken Donahue saying that he would not be showing up for work tonight, exclaiming that until he fully completes his list, he will not have a matchup. So Mr. Donahue has told me that instead, up next, we will get a rematch from a couple of weeks ago. Cam Harris will go one-on-one with the Stevie Wizard. I got to imagine. Oh my God! Joey Diaz, what a combination that was. Super kicking out the back of Dylan Vincent's knee, and then a double boot stomp. So far, Joey Diaz is in firm control. Went for a moonsault there, went right over Dylan Vincent's head, though, and Vincent now gonna mow him down with a high knee straight to the face, followed up by a submission hold, as you see him wrenching at the leg of Diaz. Both these men are rather agile, very athletic. So going for the legs, definitely going to be a smart strategy. Irish whip, and there's a high knee reciprocated by Mr. Diaz. Yo, what up, Killer Duck? My friend, welcome to the stream. Rebounds does Diaz, knee to the side of the head, neck breaker, reality check for Dylan Vincent. Yeah, I have to imagine that. I was going to say Ken Donahue cannot be very happy about Eddie Larson skipping out on what was supposed to be his debut tonight. But remember, these past couple of weeks, Eddie Larson has numerous times tried to read off this list, a list of what makes him so much better than anybody else in NGW, and all that, well, the first time he tried to do it, Stevie Wizard interrupted him and then ended up super kicking him. Remember, Eddie Larson tried to get revenge. He interfered in Cam Harris and Stevie Wizard's match, caused a little bit of mayhem. And then last week, he tried to read off the list again. Stevie Wizard once more interrupted him, and then Cam Harris came out, and, well, it didn't end well for anyone involved, really, as we get a kick out there by Joey Diaz, and now Dylan Vincent with a head scissors being applied, but Joey Diaz will escape, able to slip through. Now back up to his feet, closing in on his opponent. Scoop slam, drops down behind, back and forth here, slaps the tit on the way down for a reverse DDT. Now Joey Diaz trying to pull himself up, using the ropes to do so as Dylan Vincent fixes his trousers. And Dylan Vincent, guys, a bit of a risk taker we've come to know him as. Gonna do what he has to get this win. Oh my God, crossbody from the apron. All of his weight right down across the chest of Joey Diaz. What a way to kick off NGW number 5, a huge night of action with 2 title matches. Do not do this, Vincent. Oh, powerbomb on the security wall. I heard the crack of Diaz's spine from over here, and then a single leg boot at close range. Dylan Vincent walks right into a little bit of revenge. I did not think this matchup was going to be so, like I said, there's a lot of bad blood. This is a grudge match. What up, Diaz? Just in time, my friend, to see that brutal powerbomb. But keep your ears open and listening to the referee's count, guys. We are at a count of 7 right now. They got to get this fight back in the ring. 8, and Joey Diaz going to do just that. Both of these men want a definitive win over one another. Not only to rub it in the other's face, but also to rise up the rankings. These two getting into it once again earlier today on Twitter. It was actually a couple days ago, Joey Diaz called Dylan Vincent a jobber. Vincent said, how am I a jobber? You know, I'm fresh to NGW and I currently have a positive record. Said he's going to beat the respect into Diaz here in this matchup as he climbs to the top rope. Razor blade goes for an elbow drop and horribly misses. Diaz able to move out of the way. Now a lateral press. One, hoping that Vincent did enough damage to himself to finish off the match with just a 2 count. Irish whip out on the apron. Diaz using his environment as a weapon. Look at this, wailing into the back of Vincent with these forearm smashes, then a double knee backstabber. Guys, tonight we're also going to be hearing from Jeremy Baltimore. The Baltimore Barrage last week tried to attack the Ultimate Motino after his victory over Ethan Z, but it didn't exactly go his way. Now Baltimore's got something to say. Shining Wizard, guys, into a Bulldog. Dylan Vincent, he's rolling right now, and Joey Diaz could be in big trouble. Knee to the mat. Looking to take out Diaz's mobility now, but throw it overhead. Joey not down and out just yet, but a wrong time to taunt indeed, and now he might pay for it. Small package. Vincent looking to steal the win, but just a 1 count. Now you see Dylan Vincent take a deep breath, but Diaz, guys, wasting no time, gets right back up to a vertical base. Now he closes in, forearm smash. Forearm smash again. This has been an absolutely amazing matchup so far to kick off NGW number 5. Pele kick. You saw Dylan Vincent try to protect the best that he could from that kick, but looks like most of it got through. European uppercut. Now he closes in, kicks to the midsection. Fireman's carry overhead, tip for tap, back and forth. 1999. A reversal fest ensuing here. But Vincent's had enough. So is Joey Diaz. Counters what might have been Vincent's last-ditch effort. Kicks out the knee. Now Diaz off the ropes. Hurricane Rana. DDT plants him right on the top of his head. That was absolutely brutal. And now Diaz has Vincent exactly where he wants him. Looking to pull the trigger and bring things to an end. Joey Diaz with the brain. Oh no, I thought he was going for a brain buster. Instead, a knee straight to the face off the gourd buster. 1, 2, 3, and Joey Diaz is victorious. Awesome matchup to kick off the show, brought to an end. Brutal knee to the face by Diaz there. Wait a minute. No, Diaz, come on. That was a good match. Now he's going to soil it by attacking Vincent after the bell has already rung. Perry White trying to get Diaz off, but Diaz doesn't have it. He wants to put an exclamation point on this victory here. The win was not enough for Joey Diaz as Vincent lies middle. We had a couple of tweets posted during that match. See if I can go back and find them. One from Will Ford here says, "Not on tonight? A shame. I've done better than the two men fighting for the championship." I don't know about that. They're both unbeaten so far. That's why they made it to the finals. Thought we had another. Yeah, a tweet from Roos Matthews says, "I'm watching this show because it's safe from boring Brandon Rain matches." Savagery to champion. But yes, indeed, tonight we do crown our next NGW champion. Gary Reed takes on J Money. Both men have made it to the finals. 8 men started the tournament, just 2 left. Who will be crowned the king of the mountain here? And NGW also up next after this matchup. We're going to be hearing from Jeremy Baltimore, not to mention Rising Star title on the line, Mr. Extreme Challenges, Nicholas Hemmerling. And in our main event, Hunter Blackburn finally looks to humble Anthony Hunt. But up next, as we touched on during our first matchup, this was supposed to be Eddie Larson making his debut, taking on Stevie Wizard, but Larson not showing up to the arena, telling general manager Ken Donahue until he can fully read off his list in peace, he will not be competing. He will go on strike. And of course, Eddie Larson since debuting has been trying to read off that list of reasons why he's better than the entire NGW locker room, but both times he was interrupted by Stevie Wizard. Of course, it was a couple of weeks ago that Cameron Harris was able to get a victory over Stevie Wizard thanks to some interactions with Mr. Larson. Tried to interfere in the matchup, didn't exactly go his way, but in the end, I think he caused enough of a ruckus to give Harris the advantage. Well, we know that Larson is not in the arena tonight, so hopefully we get a clean one-on-one matchup as here he comes, perhaps the most unique personality we have here at NGW, Stevie Wizard. The battle of the super kicks, the Stevie kick versus Cam Harris's nasty boot to the jaw. Stevie Wizard, you know, definitely has to be looking to get that win back from Harris here, and also his first win period since joining NGW. Yet to find a victory. Perhaps it lies in his path tonight. The Sin City Savior against the wizardry powers of Stevie, and Harris right out of the gate exploding with a Meteora. Not an excellent start for Wizard. Yo, what up, Hellish? And now, guys, Cam Harris just unloading with some wicked knees to the side of the head. Stevie Wizard already has his eyes glazed over. Sends a little kiss his way. Swanton bomb. The full weight of Cam Harris. Not exactly a big man, but that's still what? Probably 150, 60 pounds coming across your chest. Irish whip, bicycle knee, guys. Wizard is absolutely getting it taken to him here. And obviously Cam Harris, oh, nice trip up right there though. Obviously Cam Harris, you know, things were made personal between these two last week because like I said, Eddie Larson again was trying to read off his list when Stevie Wizard would interrupt him again. And then Cam Harris would come out and he and Wizard actually worked together a double super kick on Larson, but then Wizard would turn on Cam and super kick him as well, or Stevie kick him rather. So Cam's got to be stinging about that a little bit. I'm sure that's why he's exploding out of the gate with this fire right now. Hung up to dry on the top rope, throat first across that. What are ropes made of? I don't know. Did I just ask what ropes are made of? Obviously rope. But those ropes, they're like encased in a hard plastic as well. It's getting your, imagine getting, ugh. I can't even imagine it. I never want to imagine it. Now grabbing Stevie Wizard by his long hair. Might be a disadvantage when you're a wrestler to have longer hair. Punch to the side of the head now. Going to drop him down to the outside. Stevie Wizard with an interesting way of exiting the ring. Brought up to a vertical base now. European uppercut. Stevie Wizard staggers a little bit. Throws Cam Harris right back into the ring. Looks like Wizard's going to get himself a little bit of a breather before returning to the fray. Snapmare goes for a knee to the back. Cam Harris moves out of the way just in the nick of time. Now he closes in. Hook to the jaw from behind. Harris with the standing C-Fire. That's going to rock Stevie Wizard, guys. Long enough for Harris to perhaps try to bring things together. That hammerlock DDT is what he finished off Wizard with the last time they faced one-on-one. Snap suplex right there. Trip up, though, by Wizard. Not going down so easy. Threatening to punch Cam Harris. Yeah, I believe Stevie Wizard has his magical powers banned during matches. Otherwise, it wouldn't be fair. Oh, there it is. Cam Harris with the hammerlock DDT. Jackpot by Cam. 1, 2, no. Well, last time they met, it took 2 of those to keep Stevie down. Cam dropping into the corner like it ain't no thing, but a chicken wing obviously faring very well for himself so far in this matchup. Stevie, though, still in a world of trouble. He's got to figure out a way to battle back. Turn the tide in his favor. Roll through, has Stevie up on his shoulders. Guys, air raid siren set up, but down onto the knee. The crunch echoing throughout the arena here. Episode number 5 of NGW. Double boots to the chest. Stevie gets back to his feet, cracks his neck. Working out the kinks that Cam has caused in this match. Tries for a grapple. Harris, though, backing out of the way. Now up over the shoulders. 1 kick KO. Belly to belly. Attempted by Cam. Instead, going to get a trio of punches directly in the face. And now Wizard trying for something, perhaps another Stevie kick or something else from his bag of tricks. Knife edge chop. Lights up his chest like the 4th of July for a second time. Standing C-Fire by Cam Harris. Stevie Wizard cannot allow himself to keep incurring this much damage. Otherwise, he is going to be taken down once again. Oh my God, a second time. 1 kick KO. Ringing the bell of Stevie Wizard. And with Wizard on spaghetti legs, Cam Harris knows this is his chance to finish things off. Perhaps Wizard was just playing possum. Drops down behind, reverse DDT. Now creates an opening for himself. Not for long, though. Jawbreaker by Harris. The Sin City Savior shoots his shot. What a kick. And now Cam Harris trying to humiliate Stevie Wizard, holding it. Oh! Stevie kick! Stevie kick out of nowhere. Oh, we saw this the last time these two fought. This tombstone pile driver stretch. This ain't PG. This is a Christian family show, but there's Cam Harris escaping with a beautiful impromptu Hurricane Rana. Stevie Wizard tries to fire off, instead gets a high angle back suplex. German suplex now. Twisting Stevie Wizard out into a vertical. What up, Bateman, you little beautiful boy? Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, roll through super kick. Looks like that kick caught Stevie right in the throat, guys. That'll do it. 1, 2, 3, and Cam Harris once again gets the better of Stevie Wizard. A brutal super kick to the throat. Hands Cam Harris the win. A bit of payback towards Wizard for that Stevie kick last week. This guy's hard good. I don't like the sound of that. Hey, what up, JB? Just in time. About to hear from Jeremy up next. Definitely say that this encounter was definitely a lot better than their last because we didn't get any interferences from Eddie Larson. We got a clean one-on-one encounter. Nasty kick, though, to get the win for Harris. Wait a minute! I thought he wasn't here tonight! Eddie Larson looking to blindside Cam Harris. He must have lied. It was all a ruse by Eddie Larson. Trying to ambush the Sin City Savior, but now Cam has the upper hand, looks to make the Larcenist pay. Forearm smash, though, the list bearer gets a knee to the midsection. Now an Irish whip. Rebounds off the ropes. Pop up. Oh, I guess just having a little bit of fun. Cam Harris looking to make Eddie Larson pay again for trying to interfere in his affairs. But Larson with a discus punch. Cracking Harris in the side of the head, but still he's not done. Yeah, Stevie Wizard just bounced. He was like, I'm out. Eddie Larson with an axe kick, the heel of his boot right to the base of Harrison's skull. And Eddie Larson this week is going to get the last laugh. Yo, what up, GOAT? Welcome in, guys, here on NGW Episode 5. Still 3 huge matches to get to. Our next match going to be for the Rising Star title, stream challenging Nicholas Hemmerling. Then we'll crown our new NGW champion, Gary Reed and J Money. And in the main event, finally, Ken Donahue has sanctioned a matchup between Hunter Blackburn and Anthony Hunt. But first, we are going to be hearing from Jeremy Baltimore, who last week made his on-screen debut attempting to attack the Ultimate Motino after Motino had defeated Ethan Z, but the attack didn't exactly go his way. Motino embarrassing JB, so now Baltimore has asked for a microphone and a little bit of time, and I can only assume what he's going to talk about. So let's hear what Mr. Baltimore has got on his mind, his first time speaking to the NGW universe. Yo, what up, Coach? Jeremy Baltimore, the ruthless prodigy, soon to bring the Baltimore Barrage to NGW. Rumors that he'll be making his in-ring debut next week. Well, what does he got to say tonight? So Jeremy Baltimore basically saying the NGW universe, the CM universe, been making fun of him all week after his failed attack attempt on Motino last week, making jokes, posting funny pictures. Well, Baltimore's not exactly pleased about that. So Jeremy Baltimore saying that backstage is a man, and I can only imagine who. I think I have a good idea in mind. That's been talking trash all week, saying he can beat Baltimore. Jeremy wants to reassure this man. Yeah, here we go. So Jeremy Baltimore calling the Ultimate Motino down to the ring to mince some words. Jeremy Baltimore calling Motino out for a face-to-face. Let's see if Motino answers the call. There he is. The most unique personality in all of NGW, the sexy boy. The Ultimate Motino, soiling Baltimore's plans of attack last week. And I can only imagine the words that are about to come out of Motino's mouth every time he speaks. I have to look up in a dictionary what he's talking about. So here we go. Probably the two furthest personalities you can think up. Standing face to face. Let's see Motino's response. So Motino saying, I don't know exactly what you have to say, Baltimore, but there's nothing more important in CMV than me. Jeremy Baltimore looking at him like, this guy's kidding, right? Look at Baltimore, by the way. This dude is freaking jacked. What a beefcake. Oh, so Baltimore getting right down to business. Telling Motino, you got something to say, say it. Or I am going to kick your ass. Baltimore, look at Motino's face, like, oh boy. Baltimore probably has every physical advantage possible over Motino here. So Motino said, all right, so you've been wanting this from the start. You attacked me last week. If you want it so bad, then face me like a man, and I'll put a hurting on you so bad, you'll never even want to compete again. Jeremy Baltimore snapping back. Woo! Jeremy Baltimore spitting that fire, calling Motino an insignificant idiot and telling him to get out of the ring before he has to take drastic measures. So Baltimore called Motino out here, but apparently now he's sick of him already. So Motino's actually throwing down. He's saying there's not enough room at NGW for the both of us. So what do you say? We get it on like Donkey Kong. But Motino wants this match. He says, you want some? Come get some. And Jeremy Baltimore, like the dirty little heel he is, saying, hang on, slow down a second. No need to be in a rush. You don't want to go to the hospital so soon, do you? Baltimore trying to back out of this a little bit, it seems. Ooh, nice line there from Motino, calling Baltimore an obstacle, saying that he's progress, he's the future. If the Ultimate Motino is the evolution of CMV, then I'm sorry, but I don't think I want to see that future, to be honest. Oh, so Jeremy Baltimore saying, you'll get what you want, Motino. Gonna make sure that people remember you. Remember how bad I beat the hell out of you. So it's kind of like Baltimore seems to be accepting the challenge in a way, but just not for now. Baltimore firing off. Looks like Motino was going to try to respond, but Baltimore shut him down. Woo! Baltimore firing off. Saying, Motino, you are going to pay for your insolence tonight. Count on it. And JB, Motino's going to try to respond again. Jeremy just cuts him off. The music hits and Baltimore's done. Look at him strutting, swagging his way out of the ring. So Jeremy Baltimore, guys, laying the verbal smackdown on Motino. Motino issued a challenge. Seems like Baltimore accepted, so perhaps that's the match we'll get next week and Baltimore's debut. All right, guys, here we go. Getting ready for our first championship matchup. Rising Star title will be on the line as we get a tweet from Hunter Blackburn, who says, this is how Hunt's career will end, not with a whimper. General Manager of NGW, Ken Donahue, finally sanctioning a match between the wildebeest Hunter Blackburn and an event. Of course, tonight the NGW Championship will finally find a new holder. Up next, Gary Reed, Jay for the title. But right now, Mr. Extreme, currently unbeaten in his NGW career, gets a huge opportunity when he challenges the Aussie, the mighty one, Nicholas Hemmerling, for the Rising Star Championship. It was 2 weeks ago that Hemmerling pulled off a huge upset, defeating Zach Smith to win the Rising Star title. Of course, as per the rules of the Rising Star title, it must be defended every 2 weeks. So we'll have cut short. Or can he find a way to combat the hardcore edge of Mr. Extreme? And a tweet here, guys, from the coach. Dave Daniels says, that's a nice looking Rising Star title. Maybe Dave Daniels is going to be next in line. No, it's over. Same level. Mr. Extreme, definitely in his short couple of weeks here in NGW, has proved to be a dangerous adversary. In his debut matchup, he ripped apart Caleb Finch in, gosh, was it probably less than 3 minutes. Last week, he got that tag team victory alongside Dylan Vincent over Joey Diaz and Jaden Shadow. And a tweet here, guys, from George King. Interesting. The television champion over on Unmatched says, to whomever wins the NGW championship tonight, just know you will have the inferior version to the one I laid to rest a year ago. Yeah, George King, the last holder of the NGW championship. We'll get into the history up next in the NGW championship match. Extreme gotta be feeling some sort of nerves to be in such a position this early on in his career, but here he comes, the Aussie born mighty one. That title, I gotta say, it does look pretty beautiful around his waist. Nicholas Hemmerling. Definitely going to be a collision of, what's what I'm looking for? Two very different styles about to come together, as we are going to see the rugged offense of Mr. Extreme take on the high-flying aptitude of Nicholas Hemmerling. We go. The Rising Star Championship is on the line. Mr. Extreme going to have to obey the rules in this scenario if he hopes to walk out with the gold. But like I said, any person in his shoes right now would be feeling some nerves. Only his third matchup was a part of the NGW roster. Taking on someone who's been here for a hot minute. Nicholas Hemmerling in his own head, hyping himself up. Oh, there's that athleticism I briefly touched on. Hemmerling definitely looks ready to go, guys. A nice-looking championship indeed, as it is shown to Mr. Extreme, who doesn't even look at it, just nods his head, his eyes fixated on Hemmerling. These two have been showing a lot of respect towards each other since the championship matchup was announced a week ago, saying, let's put on a banger. You know, let's give the NGW universe their money's worth. And there we go, a nice handshake as well, right at the beginning. That is always great to see. Hopefully we get a competitive matchup here. And the better man walks out with the gold as Mr. Extreme going to charge Hemmerling. You can obviously tell he has the size advantage over Hemmerling early on. Not much of a size advantage, but it definitely is there. And Extreme going hard in the paint. Now a pulling, swinging neck breaker. Hammerling gonna fire back with a European uppercut. The champion has the champion's advantage, keep in mind. He can retain on a count out or disqualification, while Mr. Extreme cannot win it either one of those ways, but I don't think he's going to look to retain. Oh, another swinging neck breaker via either of those options. And Mr. Extreme already with a slit across the throat. Doesn't get paid by the hour. Now ducked to the outside. If this was a Royal Rumble match, Hammerling just would have been eliminated. Fight continues. Oh! Sunset flip powerbomb in the back of Mr. Extreme's head. Just smacked off the steel steps. I don't know how he's conscious right now. Going for a powerbomb, a crucifix powerbomb, but the mighty one begins to squirm, drops down into an arm drag. Stay focused, guys. Keep your ears open, listening to referee Perry White's count. We are already at 5. A hell of a knife edge shot. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Hammerling will try to win via a count out here. No, throws Extreme back in the ring at the count of 7. We are going to be saved for now. Irish whip, Mr. Extreme rebounds. Hammerling catches him with a hell of a super kick right on the button. Now to the corner. Hammerling faring pretty well thus far. Lets out a mighty roar. The fans on their feet think they're split down the middle, but this one, Mr. Extreme charged him, fell right into his trap. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Trip up though right there. Punch to the midsection. The champion shoots in. You see how he's utilizing this non-stop boom, 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 boom offense, just throwing himself at Mr. Extreme non-stop. Mr. Extreme can't seem to handle it. Now into the corner, guys, and I believe Hammerling may have just tried to go for his DDT off the top rope. Kick to the midsection instead by Extreme. Tied up into a pump handle. Driver by the challenger. Oh, guys. Now Mr. Extreme wasting no time, no flies on him. The Extreme cutter. Nicholas Hammerling has been laid out. Will we have a new champion? 1, 2. No, we will not. Digging down deep, the mighty one is able to survive it for how long? He has got to turn things around. Yo, what up, ZQ? Welcome, welcome, my friend. That is Mr. Extreme indeed. Now a senton throwing all of his weight down, and as we touched on, Mr. Extreme is the bigger man in this matchup, a near second away from becoming the Rising Star champion. A leg drop followed by another leg drop. Mr. Extreme has got to feel that the championship is a fingertip away, but he could not count out Hammerling. I'll be honest, I did not give Hammerling much of a chance against Zach Smith a couple of weeks ago, but look what happened. Zach Smith was on a huge winning streak, and it was ended by the Australian-born superstar, who right now is wasting a lot of time pandering to the CMV universe. Now a knife edge chop as Extreme was trying to get back up to his feet, brought up to a vertical base, double axe handle, another double axe handle, ducks the clothesline out, rebounds, leaping lariat by Nicholas Hammerling, and Mr. Extreme looks for refuge in the corner. Don't know that he's going to find it. Instead, an Irish whip to the opposite corner. Nicholas Hammerling building up a head full of steam. Hammerling kicks to the midsection. Another stomp to the gut. Tries to pull Extreme to his feet. Mr. Extreme says, get the hell out of here, though. Missed that code breaker attempt. I do believe he was trying for German suplex with the bridge. Title on the line. Will we have a new champion? No, the champion remained the same, rather. Just a 1 count. Drops down to 1 knee. Nothing left in the tank for Hammerling right now, but still running on fumes. Tries to push himself forward. Rebounding off the ropes. Jumping elbow drop, Extreme on spaghetti legs. Snapmare. Hammerling from behind grabs a hold of the belt, lifting reverse DDT, plummets him back down to the canvas with a thud. Now with Mr. Extreme dazed, Nicholas Hammerling Irish whips him into the corner. Watch out, referee Perry White. Rising Star title on the line, guys. Up next, we will crown a new NGW champion. Not to mention that main event, Hunter Blackburn finally one-on-one with Anthony Hunt, and what a DDT by Hammerling, guys. That could spell the end for the challenger for Mr. Extreme. Will it be all over? Will Hammerling retain? Yes, he will. Nicholas Hammerling is still the Rising Star champion after a hell of a DDT from the top rope. A valiant effort by Extreme, and unfortunately not enough on this occasion to get the job done. Hemmerling chalking up one successful defense. Comeback brought together so nicely by Hemmerling. Simply too much for Extreme to withstand. I said that boom, 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 boom offense nonstop, not missing a beat. Hemmerling just threw himself at Extreme. Extreme could not handle it. He didn't know what to do. And that's really what spelt the end for Extreme. He missed that code breaker. If he would have hit that code breaker, perhaps he would be the one walking out with the Rising Star Championship. But following that, look at this replay. We're gonna get a great angle. Look at that, bam, right on top of the head. Extreme was out like a light, eyes glazed over. Oh, okay, that was weird. Nicholas Hemmerling is still the CMV Rising Star Champion. And remember, if he gets one more successful defense, he can cash that title in to go to the main roster and challenge for a title of his choice. A mid-card title of his choice, that is. Valiant effort. These two promised to put on a hell of a match, and they definitely did. Great win for Hemmerling. All right, guys, here we go. Co-main event time. 8 men began this tour. 2, the Dragon Gary Reed and the Prophet J Money about to collide. Unfortunately, the championship is not actually ready. So who wins this match next week, there will be a champion's coronation where they will be presented with the title. But the winner of this matchup will indeed go down to the books as the next NGW champion. But these two men have made it through the pack to get here, and the winner of this will be crowned the King of the Mountain. The history of the NGW Championship is certainly short. In the original incarnation of NGW, it was Raiden who became the first ever champion, defeating Gerard Fisher and George King in a triple threat match at NGW Checkpoint Miami. Then George King would defeat Raiden for the championship, I believe, on the last episode of the original NGW. That was over a year ago. And we actually saw that tweet from George King earlier saying no matter who wins this matchup, they will not be the real champion. They'll be the inferior because he is still the actual NGW champion. And he buried that title, he said, over a year ago. The winner of this matchup, so will be presented with the title next week in a championship coronation. It was Gary Reed who made it through the first round by defeating Twisted, and not just defeating Twisted, breaking his arm in doing so, ending Twisted's NGW career. Then in the semifinals, managing to beat out Ryan Riley in a very competitive matchup, whereas this man, J Money, first round, knocked out Cameron Harris, but then last week got a pass through the semis thanks to Hunter Blackburn, who, remember, attacked Anthony Hunt backstage, brutalizing him, forcing Hunt to forfeit his spot. So J Money getting a free ticket straight to the finals here. And perhaps will be our next NGW champion. Let's not forget, up next in our main event, though, Hunter Blackburn takes on Anthony Hunt. The match finally sanctioned by general manager Ken Donahue. And even though Anthony Hunt is surely in no condition to compete, he is still here to get his hands on Blackburn, who cost him such a colossal opportunity last week. So here we go to crown the next NGW champion. The Dragon Gary Reed, the Prophet J Money. And a handshake at the start between two dirty heels. Honor among thieves, as they say. I gotta say, I'm loving this J Money attire, by the way. And I'm loving that spine buster straight out the gate. That was nasty. Gary Reed perhaps going to have a short night. I got to give credit where credit is due, though. Gary Reed, I thought he would fall out first round, if I'm being entirely honest with you guys, but he has been uber impressive. I don't condone him ending Twisted's career. He did not have to break Twisted's arm and then even go so far as to continue attacking him after the bell had rung. But that rolling armbar of his, J Money cannot allow him to lock that in. Otherwise, this matchup will be over straight away. So far, though, Money's starting strong, even taunting Gary Reed there momentarily, and a pile driver. We know that J Money is the master of the pile drivers. He injured Pierre Thompson for his short stint on Fusion some months ago with a brutal pile driver off of the apron down to the outside, actually. So we know how brutal J Money can be. Another two different styles clashing here. Gary Reed, very traditional. Spent a lot of time in Japan. He's got some nasty strikes, but as we touched on, his submission game is where he is at his best, and especially that armbar, whereas J Money is all about just viciousness, just tearing his opponents apart. He wants to injure them, not just defeat them. Now some elbows straight to the chest, and there is no champion's advantage, obviously, in this matchup, because neither one of these men is a champion. So if one of them wins by countout or disqualification, guys, they will be crowned champion. Remember, the winner gets the coronation next week, but thankfully we are not going to have the match end that way, at least not right now, as Money returns to the match, throwing elbow to the side of the head by the Dragon. Scoop slam attempted, dropped out of it, though, by Money into a wicked-looking DDT. And now Money pouring down some right hands directly to the face of Reed. Grabs him by that man bun. Face to face, they stand, hook to the jaw from behind. We've seen this before for Money. German suplex. Grabs a hold of the arm, spins him out. Rainmaker. Turning him inside out. Gary Reed stared up at the lights, eyes glazed over, looking like he's in La La Land. And now J Money says, watch out, referee. Perry White rebounds, reality check to Reed with a knee to the side of the head, followed through by a neckbreaker. No rest for the wicked. No flies on J Money as he looks to become the next NGW champion. Counter, though, clutching up big time. Gary Reed, the Dragon, shoots in, scoop slam, though, tip for tap, back and forth they go. Counter after counter. Escapes the waist lock, stomp to the quad. From behind, punch to the back of the head, elbow to the side of the head. Non-stop between these two. Now a front headlock. J Money with an Irish whip. Watch out, Perry White. We don't need you taking a bump, my friend. Face to face, they stand in the ring. Irish whip to the opposite side. Counter, though, by Gary Reed. J Money pops up. Face first into that second turnbuckle. My God. And then holding him there for extra damage. J Money feeling all sorts of good about himself right now as he backs into the corner. And this is not a place that Reed wants to be. Coming up to his seat, having no idea what's inbound. Enziguri out of the corner, busts him wide open. And then a kick to the chest misses. Gonna make up for it with a head scissors, but Gary Reed, guys, takes a deep breath, shakes the cobwebs. He knows that he's moving off into the deep end, trying desperately to keep his head above the water, but he might not have a choice. Pop-up powerbomb into the pin just like that. 1, 2, 3, and J Money is the new NGW champion. Gary Reed walking right into a brutal pop-up powerbomb, and the Prophet is the NGW champion. Absolutely tearing Reed apart in that match from the get-go. And look at that. A vicious pop-up powerbomb is what did it in, and the Prophet, baby, has taken the mantle as the best of the best here in NGW. Next week, he gets his championship coronation. What a showing by J Money. And here we go, guys. It is main event time, and built the first episode and the return of NGW when Hunter Blackburn brutally attacked Anthony Hunt after his first round matchup against Jack Dialop. Anthony Hunt the following week would try to reciprocate, but it didn't exactly go his way. Hunter Blackburn since then has been demanding that general manager Ken Donahue give him a match with Anthony Hunt, lest he humble the entire NGW roster one by one. Hunter Blackburn finally last week grew tired of waiting, and remember, Anthony Hunt was supposed to have that semifinal matchup against J Money, and who knows, had Hunt actually had the opportunity, perhaps he would be the one in the NGW title match tonight. Perhaps he would be the NGW champion, but Hunter Blackburn took that away from him and made it even more personal than it already is, and apparently Blackburn got that jobber entrance, and here comes Hunt. There is no rest between these two. Hunt immediately explodes into the ring and goes off on Blackburn. The fire between these two burns bright. Blackburn getting that jobber entrance, and it just immediately kicks off between these two. You can see how absolutely livid Hunt is. He was so excited to become the new NGW champion, and that got stolen from him by Blackburn. Obviously, Anthony Hunt is severely outsized by Blackburn. Blackburn probably has 100+ pounds on him, probably has a solid 1.5 feet over him. Obviously stronger, obviously meaner. That did not stop Hunt, though, and he's injured, keep in mind, guys. Anthony Hunt had to forfeit his semifinal match last week because Blackburn hurt him so badly in that backstage attack. But still, Anthony Hunt said, Donahue, give him to me. I don't care what kind of condition I'm in. I want him in that ring. Arm drag from the top rope, hooks leg of the man beast, but only gets a 2 count. And now a punch straight to the side of the head. Yeah, we weren't going to get a feeling out process. We weren't going to get a collar and elbow tie-up between these two guys. There was absolutely no way any of that was going to happen. But now Blackburn, even though he got caught off guard at first with a huge belly-to-belly, now falling to his knees, praying to whatever sort of twisted, demented god he believes in as he searches to humble Anthony Hunt and force him to meet nature's end. Oh my God, a running kick caught though by Anthony Hunt. Good thing, man. If he got hit with that, might have gone fucking kicked his head straight off over to the cheap seats. I'm pretty sure all the seats here in NGW, they're pretty cheap. Those stalls, that suplex, don't know what Hunt was thinking. Hunt is a phenomenal competitor. Don't get me wrong, though we've only been able to see him in one matchup. That was when he defeated Jack Dialop, but what a matchup it was. And I've seen the kid in the Performance Center. A hell of an athlete. Knee up to the face there, though, by Anthony. Knee to the back of the head. Wow, Hunter Blackburn has actually been busted open. And look at Anthony Hunt even having a little bit of a cheeky good time, trying to embarrass Blackburn. Both these men are unbeaten, so one of them has got to take a loss tonight. Though Anthony Hunt is shining bright right now, I don't know that I give him much of a chance. Hunter Blackburn just has legitimately every single advantage in this match. I don't see one single thing that Hunt has more than Hunter here. I don't see him getting any sort of edge. But still, again, showing up and throwing down. And currently even, well, just as I was about to say, he's dominating Hunter Blackburn. What is he do? He keeps doing that so much. Oh my God, now just mowing over Anthony Hunt with that clothesline. Hunt tries to fire back with a clothesline of his own. Back body drop. Anthony Hunt will not stop getting back up. There is no quit in this young up and comer, but then just splattered on the canvas with that spine buster. What are you doing, Hunter? It's almost like Blackburn is toying with Anthony. There's a spine buster for you, baby. Now going for the knee. A great strategy when you're a much smaller man against a huger, a big opponent. Take out the legs, especially with Hunter Blackburn. He has that bare knee. What is Blackburn doing in this match? He will not stop mocking Anthony Hunt. Small package now. Oh, I thought Anthony might have actually had it for a moment there. That was very close, but now Hunt. Can he hoist the 300+ pound frame of Hunter up onto his shoulders? He tries to, but he cannot. And what the hell? Again, taunting Hunt right in his face. Small package, kicks out again. This has got to be some sort of strategy by Hunter to try to get into Anthony's head. He's trying to play mind games during this matchup. Scoop slam now, though, and Anthony drops down behind. Reverse DDT. But now it is Anthony Hunter who turns the tides, playing the mind games with him. Stomp down onto the ankle, followed through by a neck breaker. Anthony Hunt showcasing his mental fortitude as he finally gets Blackburn up over the shoulders, but Blackburn drops down behind, punch to the gut, and now the alpha mare, I should say, water slide by the man beast. This absolute gorilla. Scoop slam down. Anthony Hunt drops down behind. Neck breaker again, but how long can he keep this up? He's got to actually go on the offensive. All he's doing is defending. The vast majority of this matchup nearly got the 3 right there. That was a close call. And Anthony Hunt, you can see he's drenched in sweat, not anywhere near 100%, probably barely 50%, running on fumes right now, but still, he is giving it his all. Elbow to the midsection. Hunter Blackburn closes in, tries for overhand punch, forearm smash, little reciprocate, kick to the midsection, and now another neck breaker, Hangman's neck breaker right there by Hunt. Brings Blackburn to his feet, and face to face, they stand another wily spine buster. And no waste of time here by Anthony as he lines up his shot. The 300-pound Blackburn over the shoulders, skull cracked into the pin. Will that do it? 1, 2, 3, and Anthony Hunt has slain the monster. Anthony Hunt did the impossible. Not even 100% going into this matchup. Hunter Blackburn had every single advantage, but still, Anthony Hunt emerges the victor. That cut from that angle, I thought it was going to be a rope break. If we get a replay from a different angle, I want to check, because I don't know. Perry White might have miffed it on that one. It looked like, oh, we're not going to get it. It kind of, well, either way, the decision is final. Anthony Hunt hands Blackburn his first defeat. What a matchup, and what a win. Hunt. All right, guys. As always, if you like what you saw and you do want to see more, make sure that you drop a follow so I know when I go live. If you want more information out of us at all, exclamation point CMV in the chat. We'll give you a link. Exclamation point join if you are interested in having your call featured on one of our shows. That'll give you a link to our website, cmbwrestling.com. We are on Xbox One, so make sure that you obviously have your call done on there. We do have call makers, though. If you really do want to join, we have a couple people who might feel inclined enough to make your call for you. Exclamation point Twitter. We'll give you a link to our Twitter, obviously. Official CMV _ Follow us for updates, match cards, all that kind of good stuff. Exclamation point Discord. We'll give you a link to our, you guessed it, Discord, which you are more than welcome to hop in on. And as always, we will bring the show to an end with a quote from the one and only DJ Khaled. I remember they used to tell me, they said, Khaled, you can't get a Rolls Royce. You need to get one of them small ones. So I went and bought a Phantom. Guys, if they try to tell you that you can't get one of them big ones, just go and buy a Phantom. It's like, come on, man. That's all you got to do, all right? Wise words from the Fupa Lord. So I will check you guys tomorrow for Genesis. Love you. Peace. See you then. Bye. See ya. Get out of here, losers. Do you have anything to do? What are you doing on this Thursday afternoon watching me play a video game? Get a life. Get out of here, loser.